Hello, my name is Bob Mann, and I would like to raise a little recognition for the many that work extremely hard so good people have the opportunity to become great, and impossible dreams can blossom into reality. It takes dozens to thousands of people to support every great person or achievement. Each one of them was integral to the success of great things. To achieve great things, all of the team members must be passionate about what they did, remain positive through adversity, trudge forward to stay productive, and be proud to share in the achievement. To tell their story, I would like to share my father's story and his passion for space travel. My father became interested in aeronautics and space travel as a teenager when Ham became the first chimpanzee in space in 1961. Later, when my father entered Boys Tech High School in Milwaukee, he built on that enthusiasm and enrolled into the aeronautics program. As his sophomore year came to a close, he was fascinated by Ed White's spacewalk in June of 1965. Graduating in January of 1967, he chose to work at the Laddish Company in Cudahy, Wisconsin, as a hammer repairman, servicing equipment which produced parts for the space program. In 1969, he was proud to hear that famous phrase, "The Eagle has landed," knowing that parts he helped produce contributed to men walking on the moon. As the country held their breath and prayed in 1970, he watched as NASA was able to overcome sheer disaster and bring the crew of Apollo 13 home. In 1977, he was riding high when he followed the progress of the Space Shuttle program as the Enterprise was passing its initial flight tests. My father would bring home posters of the rocket booster tests, pictures of the shuttles, and stories about these magical heat shield tiles that could reflect heat, that could melt steel, but those tiles would protect the shuttle on re-entry. As we watched the first flight of Columbia, he explained how the rocket boosters were made out of rings made at Laddish. He was proud of his contribution, and we watched in amazement as the shuttle rose off the platform and screamed into outer space. This shared euphoria was rattled when the world was shocked in January of 1986 when Challenger exploded shortly after liftoff. The men and women at Laddish took it hard. Pride had been running high due to all of the successful missions, but this tragedy tried their resolve. With their pride already hurting, they were devastated to learn a failure between the booster rocket rings caused a disaster. I learned a lot from my father through this disaster because he always remained positive and never lost his passion. Even when Columbia was lost in February of 2003, my father remained proud, positive, and passionate about the space program. He took the news that the space shuttle program was ending in 2011 a little hard. His career had revolved around the space program, and he had remained proud, positive, and passionate through all of the ups and downs the last 44 years. With the retirement of the shuttles, he decided he would retire the same year and now looks forward to the next chapter of space travel. I thank my father for encouraging me to be passionate, positive, proud, and productive throughout my life. Through his actions, I realized that every piece of the puzzle is important and to always focus on the big picture. No one just changes a light bulb, sweeps a floor, or pilots a spacecraft. Everything we do completes a bigger puzzle. I believe the commander from the last space shuttle, Chris Ferguson, reflects that sentiment when he said, "Although we got to take the ride, we sure hope that everybody who has ever worked on, or touched, or looked at, or envied, or admired a space shuttle was able to take just a little part of the journey with us." So no matter what you choose to do in life, remember my father's journey and be passionate, stay positive, find a way to be productive, and be proud of what you do. Thank you.